The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
We bring you this list today, out of fear. And straight up aesthetic purposes, because we're doing our least favorite Ultraman suits today. We've done the best one like a year and a half ago. So we're just like, the two of us are the only ones here. I don't know why I have this accent. Please help. The two of us are the only ones here today. So we're decided to do this because Matt doesn't really like the Ultraman suits. I am stuck with this accent. We decided to do this one today.
There you go.
Solely because it's a little bit easier to do in some cases. Now, once again, just like our least favorite Kamen Rider and
Super Sentai that we've done previously, this is all based on aesthetics. Nothing to do with the quality of the show.
It is leaning, however, just because of pure unoriginality aspects, a little bit more towards Showa.
A little more towards Showa, just like our Super Sentai list.
Yeah. Now then.
Although that was more for terrible design than anything else.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Which there's definitely some in this list as well.
There really are! Number 10.
Number 10 is Ultraman Zerth. And that's what I actually really like, but he's not the biggest fan.
I like the balance. I really like that red helmet. But at the same time, I really also hate the red helmet.
I love the red helmet, yeah.
It's weirdly cut off, and it really makes those yellow eyes stand out so much. I feel like it needed to be a little bit of a different color. At least in terms of eye, just to make the suit, at least to me, a little bit more appealing. I like it enough. But there are definitely some issues about it. And just like my hatred towards lips and Super Sentai, I am not a fan of the front fin.
On Ultra helmets.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the front fin. So, yeah, that takes away some points for me.
I really like this one, though.
Number 9.
Number 9 is Ultraman Ace.
This helmet is terrible. It's awful.
It's the fin, once again.
It's one of those things.
Is not a fan of.
And the fact that it gives him like weird shaped, like an eyebrow bone.
Yeah.
And I do not like
that. He has very sunken in eyes and very
pronounced
brow.
It's just something. A lot of these suits, at least for the older ones, because a lot of the bodies look the same, are really going to be focused on helmet aesthetics. So
the actual body for this one kind of bothers me though, because like the Gengaman suits, it kind of looks like he's wearing a crop top.
He does.
Kind of does.
He's showing off that silver belly.
That he is, because it's just all silver right here, but then it's like red and then like very clearly defined stomach area, so it looks a little weird.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm just like, oh. Then I see the helmet, I'm just like, oh.
I'm not against crop tops, but on giant dude.
I mean, I wouldn't be against that
monsters.
I wouldn't be against that, but it does make it look segmented, which is something that you sort of don't want in terms of suits like this.
For something like this, no. Yeah,
it needs to be a little bit more uniform, but that helmet is the thing that really bothers me, especially because it gives him like fish lips, and I don't like fish lips. Fish lips are disgusting.
Unless you're a fish.
Or, nope, especially if you're trying to take a selfie.
I thought those were duck lips.
They're all trash at the end of the day.
No, fair enough.
Or especially for a lot of these older Ultramen, you're just like, wow, that's what you chose to do? Okay.
Kind of does look like he does have fish lips, because it looks like he has like little gill slits there on the side of his cheeks.
Yeah, this is true. Number 8.
Number 8, we have the father of Ultra, Sans Cape.
We had to specify Sans Cape, because with Cape, he
looks amazing. Without the cape, all you can see are those horns.
The horns.
And how he looks like he's about to tip over because they're so big.
Because in the cape, he has pauldrons.
Yes.
It makes him look broad all the way down. He looks intimidating.
He looks more balanced.
Well, yeah, he looks a lot more balanced with that cape. With the horns without the cape, he always looks like he's about to tip over.
And that's really what kills the whole thing. Because the actual design on the suit, I think, is okay. The gem in the middle is fine. The actual coloring and arranging of silver and red is fine. Just,
Sorry, that scared the hell out of me.
What? Oh. he was scrolling through the pictures and he got to one that's later on the list.
I was like, oh, it took me a minute. All right. But yeah, without that cape, he does not look good. It just makes him look just wide up here, and the rest of his body looks small in comparison.
Yeah.
And oh god, especially because
it looks like his head's too big for his body.
Yeah, his horns are broader than his shoulders, so it makes it look off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
But not the worst.
Number 7.
Number 7, Ultraman Astra.
Little brother of Leo. This whole thing right here, it does not look good. It makes his just head look wide, but also weirdly two-dimensional because it really just goes like out from here.
His head's wide, and also the body is like really unbalanced.
Yeah,
for me, it's too unbalanced. It's almost all red. You have the symbol that's like on his lower torso, the bit on his chest, and then you have the one band around his leg,
and the 2 on both of his arms.
Yeah, but then everything else is just complete red, and it's just really unbalanced.
Like, yeah, his brother Leo looks a lot of the same. They have a lot of the same aesthetics, but it actually looks worse here. Something about Astra I think it's because Leo's brow is really like wider all the way around. It makes it look at least a little bit more balanced because it's more silver. On this one, his hair looks squashed. Like, it looks like a squash version of Leo's.
If you look at it, because of the way the background's all white, it kind of looks like his head is a book.
It does.
It looks like his head is an open book.
Persona. Yeah. Yeah, something just about Astra, especially because, as you said, there's a lot of red on this suit, so it's not broken up enough. Like, there's a good way to balance it, but on this case, it's not broken up enough. Nope. And that sort of just ruins him. Number 6.
Speaking of not enough balance, number 6 is Ultraman Jonas, specifically his live-action appearance.
Yeah.
Because this was also an anime, and in the anime, he looks fine. But in live action, he looks like he has a permanent scowl. And his forehead is like the size of my head.
He's telling you to get off his lawn.
Yes.
His forehead is huge. And it's like weirdly segmented at the very top of it. Yep. So it has like the crest.
It kind of looks like Man in the Iron Mask.
He does. Oh, God. He does not look... Oh, you know what he looks like? And I was like, I wonder... Why can I remember this? That main villain, the gold one from Black RX.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah. Oh, God. His suit does not look good because his forehead... especially because that star's in the middle, it makes his forehead look humongous. And that is not attractive. His forehead reached into another state before we even got there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
God. Oh,
I mean, I got a pretty big forehead too. I'm one to talk, but mine's nowhere near that big.
It's just huge. Yeah. It's like from here to here, and then it goes back. It just makes his head look really cylindrical. Yeah. And that's not a good thing. At least not in this case, especially because, once again, a lot of the Ultraman from the Showa era look very similar. So something like that it doesn't translate well.
Yep. And next at number 5, we have Princess Yulian.
She looks like, and I know some people have seen this statue. It's one of the Buddha statues. I don't know exactly which Buddha it is, but it's the one with the long ears.
I don't know, but if you do, please correct us in the comments.
It might be a different statue, but I know it's a statue like that it has long ears, and it has that whole sort of bowl shape at the top. Yeah, I don't think it's Buddha. It might be something Chinese. But either way, this suit is not good. This is our first female Ultraman, by the way. No.
No. The way it's all wrinkly down by the waist area.
That's just
in the photo. I know it's just a photograph, but it's still a really unflattering photograph.
She's wearing the biggest granny panties.
Yeah, it kind of looks like she's wearing them because of the way the red is done around her hips and her crotch area.
Not to be sexist in any way, shape, or form. I don't like when superheroes wear the underwear outside anyway. That's just me. But in this case, it's huge.
So you're not a big fan of old school Superman then?
No.
Okay.
In this case, it's just big.
Honestly, I don't blame you.
Yeah. This is just big.
It can work, but in this case, it does not.
It doesn't look right for like the suit that she's wearing. Plus, she's wearing boots.
She is wearing boots.
It's not a part of the suit.
Nope.
She's wearing boots.
Looks like that, yeah.
Boots.
It's that, the fact that she has like a pompadour.
She does. Well,
it kind of looks like that in the picture.
Like a pompadour went straight back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pompadour, and also the fact that like her boobs are really accented by the fact that it's just like the big silver.
Yeah.
And then it's like she's wearing a reverse bra.
A reverse
of some kind.
An arb. Anyway.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Copyright Tokucast.
Number 4.
Number 4, the mother of Ultra in her first appearance. This is when he was scrolling earlier, this is the one he saw that freaked him out.
I will put it here.
It's a freaky looking costume.
It's just her suit wasn't done by the time that they were actually going to show it on the TV.
Yeah.
So it's just the Ultraman suit with hair added onto the side. And breasts. And breasts that look way too big for the body. Plus, they're low.
They are very low.
It's like they're on the bottom part of a rib cage. And it just looks weird.
Mm-hmm. And they have nipples.
And the hands are like 15 feet wide.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
It's one of those things where you see it, you run in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to help. You're here to kill. We're not here for you today, mother. Not at all.
No.
However, nowadays she looks fine.
Yeah, nowadays she looks fine.
But that first appearance was rough.
She was also played by a man in her first several appearances.
I'm pretty sure she was just played by the Ultraman suit actor.
Yeah, it's possible.
But yeah, her first appearance was absolutely terrifying back in 1967 and or 8. And 1966, 5. One of those years. The late 60s.
Late 60s, yeah.
Where everything was psychedelic and terrifying. Number 3.
Number 3, Ultraman Nice.
Nice.
This suit looks unfinished. It doesn't look finished.
Does not.
It looks unfinished. It looks like he's wearing tennis shoes.
He's here to run and save you from the niceness. His suit, at least his helmet, looks like a prototype Mebius.
It does. It looks a lot like Mebius, except it isn't as good. And the rest of the suit does not seem to match it at all.
The cuts here aren't good. They're not well done. So it makes it look broken.
Yeah.
Not segmented, broken. Even though it's even on both sides, it just does not look that good. Plus, a lot of the red and silver... It looks patchy.
It looks patchy, and it looks like
meh.
It looks unfinished. It's like a spandex suit that they bought at a sporting goods store.
To be fair, this was for a set of commercials, but it could have been done better. I do like the fact that
it's on the list though. It still counts.
Oh yeah, it's still bad. I do like the fact this is the only thing I really like about the suit. I like the fact that the color timer is off center. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's about the only good thing on this suit.
Yeah. Yes. Number 2.
Now, number 2.
Number freaking 2
is technically not an Ultraman, but he's in the same.
But he's on the wiki, and the suit's terrible, so guess what? We're talking about him anyway. Guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen? It's Red Man.
He's here to kill you.
It's no Red Man, and he's here to murder you all. This suit is ugly.
I hope you like death.
I hope you like death, because that's what he brings. He brings death and nothing else. He's like the 11th plague of Egypt. God, this guy.
Those antennae on
the antenna on the side are ugly. You know, we brought this up a couple times in our Worst Super Sentai. It looks like he's wearing a helmet on top of another helmet.
What the helmet?
Yeah. It's like a molded face, but with a helmet on top, and that just looks weird.
Yeah, it really does. It's like this part just cuts off.
The way the color looks, it's just kind of ugly.
It's good. It's more like a burnt orange.
Yeah, it's more like a burnt orange than it is a red.
Even though he's supposed to be Red Man.
Yeah,
he's more burnt orange man. But he's also here to burn down your forests.
Yeah, and your family and your home and everything else you hold dear, because he is a force of evil.
I love how on the wiki it says he is the main protagonist, and I was like, are you sure about that?
Light from Death Note was the main protagonist. Doesn't make him any less of a terrible person.
The Red Man suit is just not attractive to look at. Yes, it's supposed to be cheap. Yeah. That is sort of the point of this, because each episode is like 3 minutes long. Mm-hmm. We watched an episode prior to us filming this video.
We did.
Just for the laughs.
Yeah.
Because
there are many to be had, to be sure. That doesn't change the fact that this show is terrible.
Oh, it's bad. He's
man.
Only here to murder you. He has no other purpose in life.
It looks like you hybrided a Kamen Rider with an Ultraman, but with none of the care that's been put into any of the good ones.
Yeah. This is just one of those suits where you're just like, ugh.
It is just,
Now then.
Not as number one, which might be one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. It's hideous. I hate looking at it. It's Ultraman powered. He has a mustache. And his eyes are they like black or dark green?
Blue?
Green,
black?
Yeah, Ultraman eyes are normally yellow.
Or white.
Yellow or white, and that goes well with the aesthetic of the color scheme that all these suits have. And his are not. And his eyes just look dead.
His eyes.
They look completely dead.
Are there to make you wonder what is coming at you.
It's that mustache. That's what's coming at you. If you're not looking at his eyes, your attention is just drawn to that mustache.
Yeah. Ugh.
And it's just hideous. You went to Party City, you took a mustache and you stuck it on an Ultraman suit. And then you gave him the deadest eyes ever.
This is the worst picture. Yeah.
Ugh. And in this picture, it doesn't, because in that picture, it definitely looks like a mustache. In this one, it kind of looks like vampire fangs.
He's here to suck your blood.
And your soul. And
also,
your
they gave him like weird things under the armor to like sort of segment it or at least push it out a little bit. Yeah. They gave him sort of a push-up bra.
They did even, because you know how a lot of like older superhero movies, they'll have like Batman in particular, how it was like molded body armor.
Bat nipples?
This doesn't go that far. I was going to say, like, in the older Batman movies, it is molded body armor, but it worked. Mm-hmm. And this does not because it's been painted over. Even if that kind of looks like a bat on his chest there.
It sort of does. Either way, this suit is absolutely awful because.
But it's an awful suit. and just that. Because the actual, like, the rest of the suit, it's not terrible. It's fine, but that head just ruins everything. And it's all you can look at.
Now, we could have added more Showa writers, Ultraman onto here, but a lot of them look the same. For example,
Ultraman Jack
and Ultraman.
And the original Ultraman look like the same person.
They really do. That's how you can tell if somebody's an Ultraman fan, when you can actually tell those two suits apart. I can't. But yeah, Ultraman Power just looks... he's an American Ultraman. Mm. And two, trash.
Yeah.
But yeah. You can tell that we're sad now.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Yep. He's here to get your face. I'm sad.
Yep.
Looking at some of these older Ultraman suits, you're just like, wow, this is a choice.
Even looking at it in motion, it doesn't look any good.
No, it doesn't.
Nah.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about what your least favorite Ultraman suits are in the comments below.
Please do.
How sad were you when you made your own list? Because we were.
Yeah, we were. But we were happy, too, because we watched Red Man.
We did watch Red Man, which is always a treat.
Which gives us the morbidest of joys.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us on this episode of the Bottom 10 Show. Please go to follow us on all the things. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. We are on Twitter at the Tokucast. You can find the link to our Discord there as well. We are on Instagram as well, and support us on Patreon if you can.
Yes, Patreon is a big one. We would most appreciate your help. We're going to end up having some actual tiers later on after a certain amount of time. We'll see. But yeah, join us next time. We don't know exactly what we're going to do next time. Watching this gift painting. Bye, everybody.
Bye.